What's up, y'all? It's Nate Almighty, and I'm back with another Power Book 2 Ghost, Season 4 Theory and Prediction, okay? So, after doing some thoughts, after doing some research, right? Like by watching a couple of episodes over, I now feel like Noma is there's a term you use in cinema, right? Called red herring. It's where you think that a particular person is going to be this super important person when it comes to a story, but then out of nowhere they switch that person for somebody else. And I feel like Noma is going to be killed mid-season and replaced by a bigger looming threat. And not only that, a bigger looming threat that was always around. A bigger looming threat that was always around and will at least connect, right? OG Power to Power Book 2 Ghost. And maybe Force in the future, but at least OG Power to Power Book 2 Ghost. And that person is Mahoney, man. And if it's not Mahoney, it's still going to be someone else, or it'll switch around and end up being RSJ or somebody. But more than likely, I think it'll be someone like Mahoney. I think that we're going to spend the first half of the season, Tariq going to be going to war with Noma. Noma going to be using all her research, right, to screw Tariq over. She's going to be trying to kill Tariq. In the process of that, she's going to find out that Obi been helping Tariq. Obi going to die, of course. Obi's not going to make it past at least episode 8. But depending on how long Noma take to catch him doing what he's doing, it'll probably be early. It could be between episode 3 and 5 for real. But I feel like they're building Noma up to be this big threat, and she's going to be a threat. She's going to do some damage. But then she's going to get killed. She's going to get killed. It's like Tariq and Monet and them may take her down earlier than we all may think. Or Tariq may end up getting help from somebody who turns out to be Mahoney. Tariq may be getting help from somebody who he thinks is someone else, but it turns out to be RSJ behind closed doors. All of these things may happen because it still may not be a coincidence that RSJ and Tariq's team ended up in Italy last season at the same time Noma did. It might not be a coincidence. It could have been RSJ. It could have been RSJ taking advantage of a situation and maybe even knowing Noma was going to be there in the first place. For all we know, Noma been working under RSJ. You just never know. You never know. And therefore, I feel like something is going to happen and Noma is going to end up dying. Noma's going to end up dying, and then there's going to be this even bigger threat, right? Who's going to forcibly force Tariq's team and the Tejadas to work together. This big looming threat who's going to say, listen, y'all was making way more money together. I'm going to kill everybody. I'm going to kill all your families. Diana, you pregnant at this point. I'll kill you too. I think they're going to say, y'all going to have to do this. He might be like, yo, in the midst of y'all war, y'all did something, y'all messed up something that cost me millions of dollars. Y'all better work together and get my money, or everybody dies. We might even have Monet in the hospital at the time. And somebody like Mahoney or somebody else, after they kill Noma, they'll be like, yo, listen, I know what hospital Monet is in. Monet is in Albert Einstein Hospital. Or something like that. They'll be like, I will kill your mama. I will kill your fine ass mama, right? You'll be like, listen, I know Tasha is at such and such. I seen you with Tasha, Tariq, just yesterday. I could have had my men kill y'all right there. But I want y'all to get this money for me. I want y'all to get this money. All of these people involved will be faced with a series of unfortunate events. Unless they do what Mahoney or whoever this mystery character says. I feel like there's a giant surprise that's coming for us in season 4 of Ghost. a big surprise. I just don't think Noma is going to be the biggest threat. We've had her for too long. We've known her. Every year, there's a new threat. The question is, how much of a threat is this big threat going to be? And I think this is probably going to be Tariq's biggest threat yet. Just a dangerous threat with a lot of connections in the streets, connections in the police force, right? Connections to higher levels of government, connections to AI systems, all type of stuff. Connections to people of all races. I think this is what we're in for. And I think Noma is the red herring, if I use that term correctly. But I believe I use that term correctly. I just feel like it's really going to happen. It's really going to happen, man. We're going to find out a little bit more about Noma. Noma's going to die. And I predict Noma's going to die. Noma's definitely not going to see it coming. Because she's going to be too distracted about what's going on with Tariq and them and worrying about what's going on with her daughter or daughters. If Evie end up being her daughter, like a lot of people suspect. And it's going to be rocky. It's going to be rocky, but it's going to be entertaining. It's going to be the most dangerous season Tariq ever had to experience. It's going to be real. It's going to be real deal Holyfield. And Noma is going to be killed by episode 5. The latest episode 8. If you're stretching it, then that same big, huge looming threat that's bigger than Noma will at least pop up during the season finale. But I'm predicting between episode 5 and 8, this is definitely going to happen. Noma is going to be replaced, surprisingly, by a bigger looming threat. Probably Mahoney. So let me know what y'all think, man. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Peace.